Hello everyone, myself Sharad Marathe, and today we are going to discuss our new chapter of class 11th physics, that is gravitation. This is the list of topics which we are going to discuss today. First of all, we will introduce our chapter, means where it is being found, how it came in action. Then we will discuss about the law of gravitation that is being given by the Newton, and at the last we will see the acceleration due to gravity. So these are the three main topics we are going to discuss. Earlier chapter we have seen the rotational motion of a object when it is rotating. We have seen the angular velocity, angular acceleration, these all things we have seen. We have also seen about the force, the laws of motion, these all things we have seen, but today we are going to discuss about the gravity. So first question comes in mind, that where this gravity comes, from where this gravity comes, how it is related with us. Okay, so these are the points we are going to discuss. So let me ask you first question, can you just give me the answer that why Earth and other planets are similar in shape? Like if you will see, so we can say Earth is little bit sphere. If we will talk about the Mercury, that is also a sphere. If we will talk about the Pluto, which is the outermost, earlier it was planet, but it is outermost planet, we can say it is also a sphere, near to sphere. Okay, so why this is that? Okay, if I will ask you another question, some satellites which are orbiting around the Earth, they take only 90 minutes. Why? Another question let me ask you, that why a satellite will not fall on Earth? Why moon cannot be attracted by the Earth? So these are the questions which we are going to get the answer in this chapter. Why this is happening? Why it is not happening? Okay, so let me introduce the chapter gravitation. We are going to discuss in that all these things are due to gravity. Gravitation is, we know that four fundamental forces are there, and that first one is gravitation, second one is electromagnetic force, third one is strong nuclear force, and fourth one is weak nuclear force. So these are the four fundamental forces. In that if you will see the gravitational force, and out of these four, gravitation is the least strength. Gravitation has the least strength, means it is weaker than all of this. Okay, but it plays a significant role in the universe. How? In atoms and electrons it is not applicable, but for the large celestial bodies or large objects, okay, it come in action. So let's start about the Newton's law of gravitation, what it states. Okay, so we know that Newton has given three laws of motion. Newton has given three laws of motion. Can you just tell me what was that? First one was V minus U is equal to AT. Second one is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And third one is 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. So these are the three equations of motion which was given by the Newton. Okay, along with that Newton has given one more law, that is called Newton's law of gravitation. So what this law states? So we are going to discuss about Newton's law of gravitation. What it states? It states that every particle, understand this carefully and listen this, because in exam it may ask, okay, state Newton's first law, or what, for that it is applicable. Okay, so what it states, that for every particle in the universe, every particle in the universe attracts every particle of other object. Every particle of the universe attracts every other particle of object and the force of attraction between them. The force of attraction between them is directly proportional to the product of their masses, directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Okay, directly proportional to their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Understand this carefully. Now let us see, suppose this is one object or one particle which has the mass m1 and another particle is that which has the mass m2 and the distance between them is r. So what Newton states that the force of attraction between them, suppose that is F, F is force of attraction, we can say that force of attraction F is directly proportional to the product of their masses. And what another statement he has given, that F is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Okay, so this is the statement that F is directly proportional to m1 m2. What is m1? Mass of the object A, we can say, and B. Okay, so mass of the object A is m1, mass of the object B is m2. The force of attraction between them, okay, this F stands for force of attraction. So this force of attraction between them is directly proportional to m1 m2 and inversely proportional to r is the distance between them. Okay, inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Now if we will compile both of this, okay, if we will compile them, so we will get one formula, that is F is proportional to m1 m2 upon r square. Okay, so this is the mathematical form of the Newton's law of gravitation. Okay, Newton's law of gravitation, let me write down the statement of that. Okay, so you people will get the idea that every particle in the universe attracts every other particle in the universe, or we can say the force of attraction. Okay, other particle, this force of attraction, this force of attraction is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to the distance between them, inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Square of the distance between them. So this is the statement of Newton's law of gravitation. What it states, that every particle in the universe attracts every other particle. Okay, this force of attraction is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So this is the mathematical form of this statement. Okay, now here if you want to remove, if I want to remove this proportionality sign, I have to put some constant. So that constant I will put, that is capital G, that is capital G. So m1 m2 upon r square, and where this G is called gravitational constant. This G is called gravitational constant. Okay, and it has some value, and if you want to find out the value of it, okay, so G is equal to F into r square upon m1 m2. Okay, and if I will put all the values, okay, I will get the value of G, that G is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square upon kg square. Okay, so this is about the Newton's law of gravitation. Okay, that what is its statements? Let's revise one more time. Every particle in the universe attracts every other particle. This force of attraction is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Okay, let's understand this. F is proportional to m1 m2, F is proportional to 1 upon r square, and when we will compile these two formulas, we will get F is proportional to m1 m2 upon r square, where F is force of attraction. Okay, so to remove this proportionality sign, we have to put some constant. That constant is capital G. G is called gravitational, universal gravitational constant you can write down, or you can write down gravitational constant. Okay, universal gravitational constant we can write down it. Okay, so F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. To find out the value of G, we have to make the formula for that. G is equal to F r square upon m1 m2, and when we will put the values, suppose we want to find out the force of attraction between earth and moon, okay, or we have to find out the force of attraction between any two objects. Okay, so by this formula we can find out. Okay, to find out the value of G, we have assumed that we will take the mass m1 as a earth and m2 as a mass of moon. Okay, or any object if you want to take, you can take it. Okay, and then we will get the value of G, that is 6.67. Please remember this for value. Okay, now next we will discuss about acceleration due to gravity.